everyone. Welcome to another episode of GTV. And today I have another special guest. Her name is Daisy Virtudazo. So Daisy is a mother of five, and she's also doing a lot of things. So I'll leave her to explain all of the things that she does. But our topic for today is one of the things that she's an expert in. So it's being an online business manager. So we'll be discussing that. I'm sure some of you who want to start your own professional career from home would want to learn about being an OBM. So for those who are new to this channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe, and click on that notification bell for more videos like this. So I hope you've been enjoying the videos that we've been sharing so far. And normally it's about creating, sustaining, and growing a business that you love. So if you're ready to learn more about being an OBM, let's talk to Daisy. Hi, Daisy. How are you? Long time no see.
I'm doing good. Thank you. How about you? How's that?
Yeah, I've been doing good as well. Just here inside the house because we're scared to go out, like most of us are. So thank you for agreeing to this. And I think the topic for today is really to talk about OBM. But before we go to the topic, you may want to introduce yourself first to our audience, to our viewers.
Oh, sure. Well, first off, thank you for inviting me as well. It's an honor. I'm Daisy Virtudazo, and I'm an online business manager, and I am also a system strategist. And on the side, I do have a small flowers and gift shop, and I also teach people about how they can become an OBM or VA as an instructor in my 2 courses. Plus, I also am a homeschooling mom to 5 kids. So that's my life.
Wow. Yeah, during my intro, I was telling them that you are a woman who does a lot of things. So I said I'll leave it to you to tell them about all of these things. So okay, let's all zoom into OBM now. So what is this OBM? What is this term OBM or this profession that people have been talking about recently?
Yeah, so an OBM stands for Online Business Manager. And what an OBM does at its core, its sole purpose talaga is to free up the business owner's time from managing, delegating, so that they can focus on things they do best, which is being the visionary in the business. So as an OBM or online business manager, you will be the one who will be responsible in getting the idea from the CEO, creating the project plan for that, delegating that to the team, ensuring that timelines are followed until that idea becomes a reality. So I learned about this way back 2017. I think it's the first time that I heard about this. And it has 4 areas of focus, I would say. Some OPMs focus on operations and systems, some just on project management, some on numbers management, and some on people management. So there are OBMs, and I've been at the point where I'm everything.
Wow.
And there are some that just do team management. There's some that are more systems focused. So you can decide actually what type of OBM you want to become, but essentially it's about managing people and projects and ensuring that the CEO's time is freed up because you're like acting as their second brain.
Got it. So how different is it from virtual assistants? Is it different?
Yes, it is. It's different. There are similarities, but it's different in terms of, I would say, scope of the responsibility because VAs are taskmasters. There are individuals that are really great at what they do. You give them a task. They could finish that before it's due, and they're proactive in finding ways to solve problems as well. However, as an OBM, it's a mixture. It's actually managing and strategic work. So different is that you will be coming up with strategy for the client's business. Again, how to make his idea a reality. So you should be strategic in that sense. Another is that you should be a leader so that the team members will respect you enough to follow you and even have this healthy conversation about the project. And that another is you should be a good manager as well. That, just ensuring that you're not one-sided, you know how to listen to the team member side, the CEO side, and it happens a lot in teams, especially now that we're all virtual, that there's just a clash of ideas. So as the OBM, you also somehow become the mediator, just finding the middle ground, common ground, so that we can all move forward towards the goal.
Okay, got it. So, Daisy, how did you stumble upon this? You mentioned that you discovered it in 2017, and
Yeah. by luck or by fate, I don't know. But yeah, so I've been working from home since 2012, and
Okay.
I started as a VA and like also as an ESL instructor. But then sometime 2017, I was at that stage that I know I can do more.
Yeah.
I'm happy with my VA job. I think I had 2 to 3 clients at that time. But it's like I'm searching for something. The thing I like about digital marketing and this online space is that there's just a lot to learn. So it's like I
Yes.
was in this loop of, oh, I want to know more. And then I stumbled upon online business management. And when I looked at the description, it like aligns with what my natural strengths are.
Oh, love
So
it. Yeah.
I read there that if you don't want to be working by the hour, if you want to be more into the managing of people or creating processes and systems, so I also just cross check with
Yeah.
what my natural skills are, because I know there's a lot of like skills that are in demand right now, but then one thing that I think will help it become sustainable for people as well is if you cross check it with what you think you're naturally good at. And for
Yeah.
me, I think the reason why I was attracted to it was because it really resonated with, oh, I think I can do this. Oh, I think I can lead well. Oh, I think I can manage. And then from there, I just enrolled in that certification course. And surprisingly enough, it was a 10 module course, but then module two, I was just in the middle of module two and I already closed an OBM client.
Oh, wow. That's
So,
great.
and one reason for that is because also I was doing mindset work at that time. So it's like,
Okay.
okay, I know I can do this. I don't have enough, because I'm like that. Like if I want to try something,
Yeah.
I'll plan a bit, but I need to roll it out to see if it will work for me or not. So I just
Yeah.
really positioned myself as an OBM, really just built my confidence, and I started pitching, saying I'm an OBM when I haven't really done it yet. But then again, the confidence came from the fact that as a VA, I was working with this client who was working into product launches for digital
Yeah.
courses. So I know a bit of digital marketing, and this client that I pitched on is launching a course. That's
Oh, it is.
initially I became like an OBM for product launches. So there's still alignment. I
Yes,
would,
yes. It's still like close to what you've been doing. So you mentioned like certification courses. So these like are there other things that they need to do like before getting into this? Well, you mentioned that you got into it and you learned while doing it. But for those who want to like prepare and see if it's for them, like like can you suggest a course or what should they learn or read more on?
yeah. Well, to be clear, you can be an OBM even if you're not certified. It's a nice to have. Maybe if you have financial capacity to do so, because it's quite expensive.
Yeah.
And there are like different people providing it. So at the end of the day, do not use the certification as an excuse to not push
Start.
for this if you really want it. So I would say, with my life quote, I always start with that. So start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can the best way you can. So that's how I essentially did it for myself as well. So what I would suggest would be just read about it. So simple Google of online business management, you would stumble upon the top two person in the field, which I also started with, and that's Tina Forsyth. She's the mother of all OBMs. She has the certification, though I did not get certified with her. And then Sarah Nuked, I think, is the one also offering, which is also a graduate of her. They have a free Facebook group, so you could just Google and find that out. But then in terms of learning, I think one skill that you need to have in order to become a good OBM is knowledge of digital marketing. Because as an OBM, online business. So online business is about digital business. So you need to understand digital marketing. So read more about that. Free sites, YouTube. But if
Yeah.
you want a really good one, Digital Marketer. They have a lot of free courses. So just really understanding how an online business work. Be careful though. You just need the general overview, just an understanding. Once you have that, check in with yourself. Maybe improve your interpersonal skills, how you deal with people, and really just leading in general. And then once you have those, next would be you should be a systems thinker.
Yeah.
Like you can see the big picture of the project, but then you're also into the details. So you see how everything is connected. Because essentially, as the OBM, that's your role. You need to move projects along from idea to reality. So I think those are the three things. Again, I'll repeat. General understanding of OBM. Just read about it. There's a lot of blogs. Digital marketing knowledge, and then lastly, that you should be a systems person, really organized. Yeah, I think.
I love it. I love your practical tips, Dave. Thank you so much for that. So, in terms of challenges, let's talk about your challenges.
Mhm.
I think it's not easy, like getting into something that you're not too familiar with. Maybe you can share like some of the challenges that you've encountered.
Yeah, sure. I would say one of the biggest challenges I faced when as an OBM is because I was excited. I want to help, so I got my first client. It's aligned with my current skill. But then the next ones I got, there's like a new territory. So there's learning while doing again. So the challenge I realized there that I want everyone to be mindful about is you need to find clients that understand what an OBM is. So even
Mhm.
though there's a couple of OBMs now, I know it's like the in word. There's still a
Yeah.
lot of clients out there who do not fully understand what an OBM is. And if you get a client who does not understand that, you'll end up becoming an overworked VA. So
Okay.
not all clients are ready to hire an OBM. That's one thing because if they hire an OBM, they're essentially because when they started the business, it's just them and their idea, right? And then when it
Yeah.
worked, they onboarded new team members to help them out. But then since there are new team members, new clients, they're also managing that. So they're
Yeah.
the CEO and then the manager. So the moment that gets overwhelming and they feel stuck, that's when they an OBM is needed. And then what they need to do in order to be able to help empower the OBM is to really have that level of trust that
Yeah.
and learn to let go fully. So they need to
Yeah.
let go of the business, of the management of the day-to-day operations, and then really trust the OBM because the OBM will do the job. But if your client is micromanaging you, does not really value your suggestions, it's difficult.
Yeah.
The ending would be they ask you to do too many things, and if you think about it, that could be done by a VA or maybe another type of maybe a social media manager, but not an OBM. So that's really the biggest challenge. That's why in my intake form now, I really ask. So you can
Yeah.
pre-qualify. So yeah, not everyone needs an OBM. You can start maybe if it's just process. So I mentioned earlier there are four aspects of focus of an OBM.
Yeah.
If you want to start slowly, again, start with yourself. What are you naturally good at? Maybe not leadership, but maybe you're really organized and systematic.
Yeah.
Then you can focus on becoming a systems OBM. Like you go into
Okay.
a company, you look what their current processes are, and you find ways to improve that. That could be a
Got
start.
it.
So just because confidence comes when we get to do it more. But then
Yeah.
if I understand if it's a new skill, it's quite difficult. So again, start with what your strengths are, and then find a skill that you can offer that online and then merge it together. Parang
Yeah.
ganun. That it's just
Okay. Yeah, I think it's a bit clearer to me now. So I see like in terms of like being an OBM, it's more focused.
yes.
It's and they need highly skilled for people like for a particular pillar you mentioned for. So like for example, if you're really good at creating processes, then you can focus on that. And it's
Yes.
like project based, no? As compared to VA that it's very task based. So they make you do every like a lot of things like the various things but not really requiring high levels of skills for a particular thing that you need to do. Is that, did I get it right or did I?
Yeah, sort of. Not well. Okay. OBMs are not doers.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
if I'm gonna use these three words like doer, manager, strategist, an OBM would more likely become um,
Strategy.
strategist,
Yeah.
manager, plus doer.
Yeah.
VAs are more of doers and then
The
maybe
doing.
strategists.
Yeah.
So online business management really why I like it, given I have 5 kids, is because I'm a manager.
Yeah.
So you do the hourly thing, it's work based and then you control your time, but then it's strategic. So you're the big picture, but then you go into the details.
Yeah.
So
Got
that's the
it.
difference talaga. Like right
Yeah.
now, I have a client where I'm everything. So when I came in their business, there was no OBM. It's just the CEO, but he has a lot of team members.
Got
So I
it.
went in and managed the team. But then upon auditing, I realized we need a manager for this because there are like 4 departments. And if I'm
Yeah.
an OBM, like on my second day, I told the client, you know what, you want me at my best? I cannot be at my best if you don't hire this manager. So part of being an OBM is helping the client find the right positions to fill in and helping them find the people to fit those positions as
To
well. So
fit those.
hiring as well is included.
I love it. So yeah, it's more of like a project manager, no, in a sense, more that rather than really doing each task by yourself. It's more of like orchestrating everybody,
So if
basically.
ever there's gonna be a doing part, it's really just creating the strategy
Mm.
and then hiring people and then creating the processes.
The processes. Yeah, probably. Okay, you mentioned about managing. I can't imagine you handling five kids and then you have your clients. How many clients do you have right now that you
Right
work
now,
with?
I have three local and one international. So it's
Yes.
actually surprisingly, this is the year that I have more clients that
Oh,
are local. Because since 2012, it's all international. Because
yeah.
maybe I had a mindset block about local clients, but this year it turned out really good. So I have three
Yeah, you have
local and
more.
one international client right now.
Yeah. So how do you manage all of these, Daisy? Like maybe give us like some tips on how you manage your time.
Yes, yeah. So that's why I'm systematic because yeah. So first of all, it really starts with knowing what my priorities are. So at my core, of course, we all do this for our loved ones. So at my core, it's really my family. So what whoever so from that, I know our schedules like with homeschooling and stuff, and I only get clients who match my ideal client profile. So
Yeah.
you have to have that because you want to be working with someone who values you, but then at the same time, not just your skills, but also your time and gives you these boundaries. Otherwise, it's going to be draining.
Mm.
So, what happens for me is the clients I onboard are clients that adjust to my schedule. And one thing good about being an OPM is it's really flexible because it's
Yeah.
result based. So how it's like right now since it's summer, we just submitted the grades and portfolio for
Yeah, for homeschooling.
so yeah, I can rest because my schedule with clients is 1 p.m. onwards because in the morning I homeschool.
Got
Because
it.
even though I have this online business, I want to give my best to my kids.
Mm.
Otherwise, if the client comes first, I'll not be able to focus because at the back of my mind, something is telling, oh, you didn't get time to your kids. And the
Correct.
very reason why you're working from home is so that you'll be there for them. So just being mindful about that. But then how it works is like I set a schedule. So 1 p.m. to 6 is my work schedule. So I'm
Okay.
in here. The door is closed or locked. But if there's meeting, I lock because Riley just barges in.
Yeah, and says hi.
Setting up your so I set up my schedule in a way that supports my priorities and at the same time aligns with when I'm most naturally active. So I'm really active after afternoon onwards to evening.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm able to really do good work because afternoon kids are either sleeping or playing, so they won't really come in barging. But in the morning they need mama. So I
Yeah.
give it to them so that in the afternoon I can feel good because I know my core, which is my family, is taken care of already, and I can do my work.
So what was your greatest learning? Like being this mompreneur, freelancing mom, homeschooling mom, and mom of five kids. So what was your greatest learning?
Well, first off, in relation to that, like they always say, I'm a super mom. We all are super moms. We always do what we can with the best that we can at any given moment. So give yourself a pat on the back for that one, moms or parents
Ooh.
in general. For me, just quickly on that, I really won't be able to do it without, of course, God's grace and then the support of my husband.
Yeah.
So whether you have a partner, a husband, or your family, your immediate family, tell them your work schedule so that they'll understand and they will be able to respect your boundaries. That's crucial. You want to be working in an environment that really supports you.
Yeah.
So going back to your question, that what's my biggest learning? There's a lot. Let me drill down. It's really well. Number one is that I can achieve anything that I set my mind to, and I can do so at my own pace and in my own timeline.
Yeah.
Because sometimes especially if you're working from home, if you have like friends that started along with you and then they're making more progress than you start to compare and that just kills the joy. So that's why
Yeah.
I learned to just focus on my own timeline because we all have different circumstances, our goals are different, so why bother comparing? So I really realized that anything I set my mind to I can achieve and I can do so at my own pace. Second is that I should be kinder to myself
Yeah.
because I'm very type A and very competitive, but then sometimes at the expense of my health, which is not
Yeah.
as parents and as moms, everything sort of depends on us or relies on us for the comfort, the strength. So how can you give that out if you yourself are depleted? So I need to be kinder to myself in all aspect and really just find time to take care of me.
So I'm curious to know, like, was there ever a time that you wanted to give up? Like, you wanted to stop working and just be a homeschooling mom?
Yeah, I think 2019. 2019. It's always like nearing the holidays. So like 2019 or 2020. Yeah, there was a time that I really stopped. Like just even with my actually let's put it to the more recent one. I think starting October last year, I started slowing down. That's why I
Yeah.
didn't get international clients because it's like I felt drained. I felt I haven't. I'm always doing. Even though
Yeah.
trying my best to find time, I feel that it's not like enough.
Yeah.
So I really took a break, and then I am not even like actively, pitching. And then the clients I got now, they just came inbound. So I didn't
Mm.
really do an effort because I wanted to ground myself and go back and work inwards. So I think November last year I was on that path, and that's why I didn't launch any courses. There are a lot of people asking me already, but I just don't launch my courses when I don't feel true to it because
Yeah.
I want to launch honestly. So how can I launch it if I don't feel good? So that's why I needed that time to take care of myself and really just reassess and go back um, to why I started this in the first place. Because I think I lost track of it. And good thing is that I think my mental strength is just very awake. That's
Yeah.
why I was able to call it, hey days, you need to stop. I had this one client who just was not really overstepping my boundaries, and I was allowing that at the expense of my family time. And one point, my son, he even said that because we have conversations.
Yeah.
So I would say my son is like my anchor. He grounds me. He pulls me back. So when I asked him casually before he heads to bed, Kuya, how would you describe Mama? And he said, um, "Oh, you're very smart. You like to work a lot, but you're very short-tempered lately." And
Mm.
then, oh, okay, it was honest. So thank you, baby. Good night, Mama. And then he went out. And then when he went out, of course,
I know.
that's how he sees me. So it's really like a wake up call that I do not want my child to. If he's seeing me like that, it means something's amiss. Life is not really about balancing; it's about counterbalancing. Diba they always say work life balance. It's more for me a counterbalance because you cannot really give the same equal attention to two things at the same time. So what happened there was that I was focusing more on work, allotting my energy and time more than my kids. So when he said that, it's like okay, I need to counter it back. So I'll put more time and effort to my core, which is my family, and then everything should adjust. So that's why I took the break. So and whenever I feel like that, I really
Yeah.
just do that. I let myself feel. So that's another lesson actually. Whenever you have these emotions, you acknowledge it, you
Yeah.
feel it, and I really wallow like weeks. I
Wait, let me feel it.
need to feel it because if not, it's like you're pretending you're gonna burst eventually. So I really allow it to sink into my bones and really feel it, and really feel and cry whatever I need to do. Journal because at one point you'll get tired. You'll
Yeah.
notice that, and then your brain will say, "Hey, Days, what's happening? The world's not gonna stop revolving if you continue doing that. You have a
Yeah.
family to support, and then you'll feel better standing up again because you know you've given yourself the time to feel, and then the plans that you're gonna make moving forward will be more aligned because you're not denying yourself anything. It's more
Yeah.
realistic, and so you can plan better and you can progress better."
Wow, thank you so much for that, Days. Thank you for being very authentic and real about that, no. And I think now I see like the how it ties together. Like you saying that you need to look for employers or clients who are aligned with what you want for yourself, and it's you're so lucky. I mean, like you have these clients who allow you to be that flexible, no? So if and you can say no, no, there are clients who are very understanding as well, or employers who are very understanding really of your situation, especially now for all of us. Like this is like so weird, like these times now are weird times. So I think it's very important. It's not just like about having work or about just stopping on the other side of the spectrum, not just stopping, but really looking for that balance between what you want to do for yourself and looking for an environment that would allow you to grow as an individual or yeah, as an individual. So thank you for
That's
that.
one thing that we need to be used with, because we're so scared of the word no. Like as
Yeah.
Filipinos, as a nation, really always just wanna over deliver, so we always say yes. And sometimes in life, there are situations where the best answer is a no, actually, because the more you say no, and in life you need to say more no's than yes, because the more no's you say, the more you allow yourself the time and space to actually focus on the things that truly aligns with your truth and that will support you towards your goal. So if you're not aligned with a client, but I know we need the money, but then cross check it, is it really going to be helping you now, or is it down the line going to be cause of problem? Then if not, if you're not really confident, it's okay to say no. Anyways, you'll still be doing the work, the right client will come. So the more you just say no, the closer you are to that yes. So it's just also having that maybe perspective on things. Now it's okay if you don't align, you'll just move closer to the next one. At least you'll be happier.
Yeah.
Those things, those little things.
Interesting. Yeah, I love your perspective actually, Days. So yeah, so for my last question, what's in store for you this 2021 and for the people around you? No? So do you have like a course already that you want to promote?
Oh yeah, I do. So now that I've taken my break,
Yes.
I do think that I'm ready and I'm back to help more people. So I do have a course launching this June. It's called Systems Lay Masterclass. We are on the sixth batch of it. It's essentially a course where I teach people, freelancers, solopreneurs, business owners, to create clarity from the chaos and disorganization in their life, in their business through the help of systems. So if you're ever feeling overwhelmed or you want to scale but you don't know where to start and how to even delegate or manage, then I invite you to check out Systems Lay Masterclass. I think we have a wait list right now that's open. It's well, you can just check it on my Facebook page at Daisy Virtudazo, or on IG at the homeschooling WAM. But for the Bitly link, I think it's bit.ly/systemslay6. But to be sure, just go to
Yeah.
my page.
We will, don't worry. We will put the links in the show notes. So you can, Daisy can just send it to me and then you can access it
Yeah,
down below.
yeah, so that's one. We'll be relaunching that this June. The other one, it's more for my OBM agency. We
Yeah.
are expanding actually.
Wow, congrats.
We are tapping into B2B. So I've always been B2C and coaches, and I love working with them. But I realized that there are a lot of traditional businesses that actually need helps in organization, in empowering their teams, and just creating this overall structure that's more aligned. The thing with systems that I advocate is that it should also incorporate personal systems, meaning a system that will work for me in my business may not work for you. And the factor for that is because if you create a system that is not created with the perspective of what naturally works for you, it's not going to be successful. So if I'll push this to you, but then after a few months you go back to your routine because it's not your natural tendency. Like people, you wake up 5 a.m.
Yeah, I can't
But
do
if
that.
people are like night owls, how they could try that for maybe a few months, but then eventually the natural strength of that person will kick in, and then that's gonna be sustainable. So with Systems Lay, what I teach is how you can create this personal systems that will allow you to really implement that so that it's sustainable until it becomes a habit.
Oh, that's nice. So this is a separate course from the other one.
Oh no, that's still Systems Lay. So the other one is that we're expanding it to B2B.
Okay, all right.
With their systems and operations, and more on operational excellence is the focus.
Got it. So you're adding people to your team.
Yes, adding people to my team. And the very reason why I started Systems Lay is because I was helping the old me. Because days back in 2012 when I was starting out, I was really overwhelmed. So I was a young mom. I had big dreams for my kids, my family. We are in the digital age. There's just overloading information. It's information overload. The bills are piling up. I don't know where to start. So I created Systems Lay to help individuals who are probably, have big goals but just need someone to guide them, help them feel empowered, and really guide them to build these systems that will help them achieve their goals slowly and in a more sustainable manner. And I do think systems is really one key tool that you should develop so that you could help. And with Systems Lay, it's really not just about business or work, because I have a mom who has a child, and they were able to like build routines for kids. Imagine that.
Oh,
You'll have more
nice.
me time if your kid.
Yeah.
That's surprisingly, even dads are joining. So
Oh.
it started for like, freelancer mom, but now I have like a transitioning corporate employees to freelancing,
Yeah.
wanting to build an agency, and I have dads who just want to have more time for their wives and kids. So it's really
Oh,
I
amazing.
yes.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Days, for sharing that with us today. And I think our viewers now have a pretty good idea on what OBM is. So for those who are watching, please do check out Daisy's course, which we will, whose links will be placed below. No? So I'll just get the links from Daisy. Again, thank you so much, Days.
You're welcome. And can I just give one last maybe note to all the viewers?
Yes.
I forgot to add earlier one of the lessons as well that I just want to share with everyone in relation to being kind with ourselves, which I'm also using right now, is using power thinking. I don't know if you're familiar with power thinking. But we're familiar with think positively. That's
Yeah.
okay and good because it instantly lifts your mood. However, sometimes if you think about it, we sometimes use positive thinking to cover up the fact that the situation is good when in fact you don't truly believe it. So if
Yeah.
you position a certain event in your life positively without really believing it in your heart, then there's disconnect. That's why you can't stay out of it. So what I'm learning to practice now is power thinking. And power thinking is the idea that all our thoughts are neutral. Nothing has meaning until you give it its meaning. So
Hmm.
at any given moment, you
Yeah.
have the power to choose what you want to believe. You control your mind. You can write the story that you want to believe. And most of us, we grew up more and spending more time thinking about the things that are dragging us down.
Yeah.
We do that constantly. If we can do that constantly, why not reframe that and really be mindful in choosing the thoughts and the stories that you want to believe and choose those that empower you.
Yeah.
So
True.
let's say you want this project, but then you're scared. That's why you're stuck, and you really just don't want to push forward. So positive thinking will say like, it's okay. I'm just give it a try. But then subconsciously or in your heart, you'll know I don't know where to start because I don't have experience on this. So there's disconnect. What if you just shift it and say like, choose empowering thoughts. So okay, I'm scared of this because I haven't tried this before, but whoever gets it perfect the first time, maybe
Yeah.
I'm growing. That's why it's feeling uncomfortable. So really, choose the stories that you want to believe,
Yeah.
and it's true because mental health right now is very important.
Yeah.
Um,
True.
I had a lot of friends reach out to me, and yeah, if there's just one thing that you can take away from this, it's really just choose empowering thoughts because we should be our best ally. We should be our best supporter. And as moms, as parents, we have a lot on our plate already. So stop dragging yourself down.
Yeah.
Just thoughts that will empower you. Because if you don't believe in yourself first, then no one else will. So it has to start with you, and it goes back to being kind to yourself. And yeah, and lastly, again as well, I also just want everyone to. I know we all have goals, but one thing I learned is that it comes with self-awareness because you need to be fully aware of what it is that you really want because otherwise you will be lost, you'll feel
Yeah.
lost because you are too focused on the pursuit of the goal that you forgot where you even started it in the first place. And if
That's
in that place doon nag-spring yung mga depression, sadness, so go back inward, work inwards, be kinder to yourself, and just really be more intentional and mindful.
Wow, thank you for adding that. I think those are really great and powerful words, no? I think a lot of us are looking for that at this point in time, especially now that it seems like there's no end to this
Yes.
chaos. So, yeah, I think all those things we choose what we want to believe, diba? We choose things that will eventually empower us and help us succeed in the end. So
True.
thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
for that, Days. So
Almost
again, yeah, so again, I will share your also your course in the show notes below.
Thank
And yeah, I wish you more success.
you.
And it's good to know that your team is growing because I know like a lot of businesses right now need help with the processes and transitioning from brick and mortar physical stores into something more online, or even just grasping like how we work in this digital space. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Days. Bye.
Bye.
For today, I hope that you enjoyed our interview with Daisy, and I hope that you learned so much. I learned so much about being an OBM and also being a mompreneur from Daisy. So, again, this video is brought to you by Taxumo. So, Taxumo is the fastest and the easiest way to file your taxes here in the Philippines. If you have a business, a professional career, if you want to be an OBM, now this is the tax service provider that you should check out. So just go to their site, it's taxumo.com, and you can chat away with their customer advocates by using the chat button on the lower right section of the screen, or you can email them at customercare@taxumo.com. So please do check it out. So that's it for today. I hope that you all stay safe and healthy and be healthy. So that's it. Bye.